What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans stand up. And yo, it feels like the Dallas Cowboys, we are not done, Cowboys Nation. And it feels good. It feels good, to be honest with you. Now, normally, when you have a day like today, right, you kind of felt good, like, okay, you know, the Dallas Cowboys are finally making some moves. They got some unknown kind of filler guys, as we will say. But in this case, it feels a lot different. And why does it feel a lot different? Because the Dallas Cowboys have been handling business by being aggressive in free agency. So we know last week they brought in Brandon Cooks, they brought in Stephon Gilmore, and the Dallas Cowboys freed up some cap space yesterday by restructuring Brandon Cooks' contract. And they're making some room, and they made some acquisitions today, and starting with the offensive line position. So they brought in Chuma Edoga, left guard, right? And he played last year with Atlanta. And so he's a left guard primarily. That's what he played last year. But I want you guys to look at this. Look at this. So in 2019, where did he play? That's the right tackle position. And then 2020, where did he play? That's the right tackle position. So he has a little left tackle experience. He has right tackle experience. And he also has left guard experience. So the Dallas Cowboys just acquired a guy who was a third-round pick in 2019 that gives you some offensive line flexibility. This is a great signing, Cowboys Nation. Now, I know it isn't a sexy name, right? It's not to get people excited. I see people in the chats, man, who were these people we signing, right? But for this situation, this is a good pickup and a solid guy. Doesn't give up a lot of pressure. He's 6'3", 300 pounds, so he's kind of slender and sleek. Can play a little bit. So, you know, I like this pickup because it gives the Cowboys that depth piece. So now, y'all, I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. We family. When we're doing these mock drafts, we got free open range to get very creative in the draft, and we can start to have some fun because we kind of got our position flex, our swing guy that we can bring in. We address the wide receiver core, we address the cornerback room, so we don't really have to press. We can let the board just fall to us as it falls and maybe grab a player of extreme value. So I'm loving what the Cowboys are doing thus far, but they didn't stop there. They also signed a guy in-house who I thought we already signed, but there's always conversation peaking last week, right? And that's Dante Fowler, man. Dante Fowler, my gold-teeth gangster, man. I dropped the video film on him this past season, had 7 sacks. I love Dante Fowler, man. High energy, high motor guy coming off the edge. So it gives us, once again, another depth piece. In the Dallas Cowboys, they like Dante Fowler. I love them as well. When we did our final word draft show and we were talking about the edge rushers, I was like, my first and foremost free agent I was re-signed would be Fowler, right? And so the Cowboys took advantage and they brought Fowler back in on a 1-year deal to give you that value and that depth. And it didn't stop there, man. Then they got another guy, right, who I'm familiar with here in Kansas City, played for the Chiefs, also played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so he has some Super Bowl experience. That's running back Ronald Jones. And I've seen some people freaking out. Tug, we got rid of Zeke for Ronald Jones. Are you kidding me? Are you? Relax. This is a quality guy that you can bring in not only as a camp body, but a guy who's played in big games. And so you got to understand, y'all, we are now in a 17-game season. There is a lot of games throughout the course of an NFL season where you can't run Tony Pollard into the ground, right? If we go and draft a running back, you can't run them into the ground, right? So now you have another guy who's a veteran guy that maybe you kind of get some games where it's like, all right, we really don't need to run Tony Pollard as much. You can go out there with Ro Jones and let him go out there and do his thing and take some of that punishment to kind of, I won't say load management, but, you know, be more cautious with the impact that you're putting on your running back, especially coming off an injury, especially after a franchise tag, right? So it's like, I like the Cowboys moves, y'all. Once again, you have to give the Dallas Cowboys front office a standing ovation. Like I said, we are now in a situation where we don't have to press in the NFL draft. We ain't gotta. There is no position you can tell me, y'all, that we just gotta, right? There's some positions of need, right, that we can address, but we don't have to force anything. And this is what happened when you're aggressive in free agency, but also smart. You add quality depth guys as well, And now the draft is can really roll up your sleeve and really get busy. So if you're a Cowboys fan, you have to give this offseason an A+. That's where I'm at right now, but we're not done. So there is the conversations. I know a lot of people are talking about this guy, a guy we traded a 7th round pick for last year. That's Jonathan Hankins, our big beefy nose tackle, right? So bringing Hankins back. From reports, it sounds like Hankins is going to be a top priority for this team to bring back. So they're trying to get Hankins back. So if you go ahead and you re-sign Jonathan Hankins and give him my big run stuffer in the middle, and then you say, you know what, Tuck, we're not done. I'm gonna give you one more gift, and you go ahead and you bring in Bobby Wagner. I don't give a damn, y'all. Cowboys Nation, they can draft me in the draft. I can care less. I can care less what they do in the draft. You go get me Hankins and you go get me B-Wag. Auto draft. But it seems like the Cowboys are being a lot more aggressive this offseason. And to be honest, teams around the league, they're noticing, right? And so this is what we've been asking for Cowboys fans, just to be more aggressive and push not all of your chips in, just a tad bit more. So I have no complaints with the Cowboys thus far in this offseason, man. So it's your boy J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. Turn on that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, like the channel. It's free. I promise I will not charge you $1 just to hit that like and subscribe button to make sure you're not missing out. Salute to everyone who joined in for the live draft show last night. Had a blast. Everyone come on the channel. Just talking Cowboys football. We are going to do that a lot more on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central. So don't miss out on the fun, man. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. And the Cowboys are cooking right now. Peace.